Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 47 of the Houston Astros franchise here on MLB The Show 20. It is finally here, ladies and gentlemen, 2021 opening day as a new season is upon us. Year number 2 in the series. If you're excited for this one, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Both these teams looking to build upon a season last year where the AL West had the World Series champion in their division. The Oakland Athletics won, so both these teams playing catch-up, and they both made acquisitions in the offseason to better their squads. But we're ready to go here at opening day. Starting off on the mound for the Rangers is Corey Kluber, who was on the squad last year. He went 12-13 with a .357 ERA. Rangers in general went 83-79. So looking to build upon that. Leading off for the Astros will be the former MVP Jose Altuve. Had a very down year, 268, 21 homers, 64 RBIs. Down by his standards, he's looking to have a much better 2021. First pitch of the season is thrown. He tries to bunt, but we are underway here, and the 2021 season is started. Later in the at-bat, 3-2 count, 8th pitch actually, and Altuve checks his swing, but it's called strike 3 anyway, and he will head to the bench. Up next is Alex Bregman. Had a very solid campaign last year. He's going to take a curveball, mash it in the ground over to the third baseman. He throws it over to new Rangers, who we'll take a look at later. But let's take a look at this Houston Astros lineup. So two familiar faces to start off, but then we got Yordan Alvarez, who's playing left field today. That's because the new DH is Mark Canha, brought over on a one-year deal from Oakland, followed by the fresh contract of Springer, Correa, Reddick, who is back in Houston, Justin Smoak, and then Garrett Stubbs. So here is Yordan. He had a phenomenal year last year, build upon his Rookie of the Year in 2019, but he's going to ground it over and record the final out. On the mound for the Houston Astros is Lance McCullers Jr., a little surprising opening day starter. He had a very up and down season last year, but Verlander, who is still on the squad and opened up last year, is now the number 2 pitcher. So a little bit of a different approach, as also, if you remember, Zach Greinke was traded in the offseason. Now here's a new leadoff man for the Rangers, Peter Santos, and he grounds it out to second base. If you remember Santos, we actually drafted him last year. Unfortunately, we're unable to come to a contract. He went back to Puerto Rico, played on the national team, and got himself a new deal with the Rangers. He will be their new leadoff DH man, followed by Ben Zobrist, who is also new to the squad. Willie Calhoun in left, Joey Gallo in right, the former Tiger C.J. Cron at first, Rougned Odor, and then Sherten Apostel, who's making his MLB debut. Then Robinson Chirinos and Julio Pablo Martinez. So here is Ben Zobrist. He's going to get caught looking on the knuckle curve on the outside. Good pitch by McCullers to set 2 down. Willie Calhoun now at the dish, 2-2 to him. He's going to ground it over to Smoak at first, actually a liner. And that's going to get us out of the first inning. Let's go a little later in this one. Top 3 now. Here's Josh Reddick, who was traded at the deadline last year to the Cardinals. Had a phenomenal second half of the season with the Cardinals. Got his average up to 265 and was brought back this offseason on a one-year deal to be the right fielder once more. So back in Houston, we're hoping he can build upon what he did in St. Louis. But 2-1 count to Reddick. High cutter, he only can pop it up behind the first base bag in foul territory, and Cron will make the play. Up next is Justin Smoak, the Milwaukee Brewer. Had a phenomenal season. He takes one deep to center field. Martinez's bat cannot make the grab all the way to the wall. And Justin Smoak, who doesn't have speed, is going to get all the way to third base with a triple. So the former Gamecock gets his first triple of the season, actually the first hit of the ball game. So that's going to bring up Garrett Stubbs. He's going to take one. He's going to dribble it up the middle, base hit. That's an RBI single. And the Astros strike first, and Stubbs has the first RBI of the season. Now back up to the top of the order. Here's Altuve, 1-0 to him. Gets a changeup high, but just flares out to right field. Caught by Gallo for the second out. It's going to bring us to Alex Bregman, 0-2 to him, and he pops up a cutter as well behind the plates, and that'll be a grab for Robinson Chirinos. Let's go bottom 4 now. Ben Zobrist back at the dish. We saw him strike out back in the first, as he will lead off this inning. Full count from McCullers, and he's going to take a close change that's called a walk. That's actually McCullers' 4th walk of the game. So struggling with his command. That was the issue last year, but then he's going to set down Willie Calhoun on strikes. Nice pitch Brings up the powerful Gallo. 2-0 to him. He chops it. They're going to say it went over the bag. Fair ball down the line. And Zobrist is going to go to third base. Now runners on the corner, 1 out. For C.J. Cron to make an impact. He dribbles it to the third base when Bregman fields it to second base to first base. That's a double play. And the Rangers get nothing. Now bottom 6, Peter Santos at the dish. He's grounded out twice in this game. McCullers still on the mound, full count. And he jams Santos. Should have taken that pitch for an out, but instead it's a pop-up to Bregman. That's going to take us to Ben Zobrist. 0-2 to him. He can't catch up to the high fastball. McCullers absolutely dealing in his start. But that's going to be it. He's had a high pitch count, walked a lot of batters, so manager is going to pull him as Cook instead. We'll go to Ryan Presley, who was probably our best bullpen piece last year. 2.14 ERA. He's more of in a middle relief role this season. So now 2 outs still in the inning. Next up, Willie Calhoun, full count to him, and he drives one deep to left field. Not deep enough, though, as Alvarez is back, and he will record the final out of the 6th. Let's go bottom 7, starting off right away. Gallo, he's going to draw a walk. Presley can't hit the outside corner, so the leadoff man is on. It's going to bring up C.J. Cron once more. 1-0, dribbles it. It's going to get past the glove of Smoke into right field. Gallo's going to go to third base. Now we have runners on the corners again. This time, 0 outs. Rudnett Odor up next. He's going to ground it up the middle. Beautiful play by Correa. That gets the double, but our run will come across as it's now a 1-1 ball game. Sherton Apostle up next. He can't catch up to the slider. He's going down swinging, but we're all even at 1 after 7. Let's go a little later. Colby Allard, who actually came into the game after the 7th inning, comes in. 37 games last year. Not the best season, 6.30 ERA. Looking to have a much better year. But Astros will start off with a pinch hitter. Here's Avisail Garcia, who's acquired from the Brewers in that Zach Greinke trade this offseason. He will come off the bench and pinch hit to start off the 8th inning. 1-1 to him. Takes a changeup into left field past the glove of Apostle. So he is on board. He pinch hit for Josh Reddick. That's going to bring up the next batter, Justin Smoke, who takes a curveball and he lifts it into the right center gap. That ball is going to roll. Pablo Martinez does a good job of cutting it off. And Avisail Garcia is actually going to come home. Risky call, and he's gunned down at the plate. Very risky call, especially with no outs to send him home. He's actually shaken up as well. He would be okay. He would not miss any time. But now instead of runners on the corners, no outs, we got runners on first and 1 out. As Maldonado is now going to come and pinch hit for Stubbs. So Maldonado has a 1-2 count, and he gets him to pop up to basically the same spot Smoke just hit it in for the 2nd out of the inning. And that's going to go back to the top. Jose Altuve 2-0, gets a fastball, lines it into center field, base hit. That would have driven home the run. Now we have runners on first and second, 2 outs for Alex Bregman. 1-2 count to him, and he gets caught on the cutter below the zone to record the final out of the 8th inning. Let's go top 9 now. Yordan Alvarez up, gets a fastball, beautiful pitch to hit. First pitch hitter, fastball hitter, power swing, but he pops it up to center field. That's a little frustrating. That's going to bring up Mark Canha up next. First pitch to him. He gets a curveball. He can do something with as well. Good timing, but he pops it up to left field. So 2 quick outs in the top of the 9th. That's going to bring up George Springer. 0-2 count to Springer. He gets a high curveball, but he pops it up as well. So Astros just get underneath those. That was a very frustrating half inning. Let's go bottom 9 now. Brad Peacock comes into the game. Saw him a lot last year. 64 games, actually. 3.86 ERA. He was okay. Brought back on a 1-year deal to be another bullpen piece. He's going to start off in the bottom of the 9th with Willie Calhoun. So 1-1 to Calhoun. He drills this one deep to left field. Alvarez, though, is going to have enough, as that will be recorded for the first out. Here comes Joey Gallo, who can win this with 1 swing. Instead, he's going to strike out on the knuckle curve. Beautiful pitch by Peacock. As that's a quick 2 down now. Now C.J. Cron at the dish, 2-2 to him. He's swinging and missing on the knuckle curve as well. We're going to extras on opening day. Peacock pitched a phenomenal inning. Let's go bottom 10, pick up right with them. Rudnett Odor up first, 2-2. He's going to beat the shift. And that's going to reward him with an easy double as Alvarez finally gets to it. So winning run on second base. Here comes Sherton Apostle. First pitch swinging. He's going to put this one into right field. And that winning run is now on third. Runners on the corners. And still no outs in this one. Sherton Apostle, that's his first major league hit. Welcome to the bigs. Save that baseball. But 1-2 to the next batter. Chirino's really late swinging on that changeup. That's a crucial strikeout. And the very next batter, he's going to line this one to left field. Alvarez plays it. And they're not going to test the throw of Alvarez. So runners now on the corners. Now it's 2 outs. Will the Rangers squander this opportunity? Full counts, and Peter Santos dribbles it to the mound. Yes, they will. So we're going to go later into this ballgame. How about 11? Jose Urania comes in. Acquired him last year in the trade with the Marlins. He is going to come in 60 appearances last year, 3.23 ERA. He'll start off the bottom of the 11th with Ben Zobrist. And he's going to line this one up the middle. That's a base hit into left center. And so winning run now on first base. That's going to bring up Willie Calhoun. Calhoun gets a hold of this one. That's in the gap. That's going to be trouble as Ben Zobrist was taken off on the play. Springer gets to the ball. Zobrist rounds third. He's coming home. Cut off throw. Not in time. Rangers win walk-off fashion. Willie Calhoun brings home Ben Zobrist. And the Rangers take this one in Texas to start off their season. What a start to this 2021 season. Already plenty of fireworks in this one. Colby Allard was your player of the game as he pitched 4 innings of shutout baseball. And overall, this was just a very, very frustrating game. Just could not hit the ball. Always seemed to pop it up. But we do win game number 2, 8-1. Got a lot more RBIs in this one. Only 8 hits, however, so we relied on the long ball a lot. Verlander did pitch a complete game in that one. Game 3 of this 4-game series, though, went to Texas. They won 4-1 as we struggled to get the bat on the ball. Carlos Correa's solo shot was our only bet of offense, while Odor and Chirinos went yard for them. And then in game number 4, we win 10-2, so got the bats going again. Altuve, Bregman, and Correa all went deep in that one for us, while their runs were scored by a 2-run shot by Crone. Josh James went 7 innings in this one of good baseball pitching. So next episode, we'll go back to our 2 series, an episode where we are at Seattle before a home rematch in our home opener against the Texas Rangers. That'll be next one. We'll start off with Rogelio Armenteros going up against Logan Gilbert, so 2 young pitching prospects. But that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below as we get year 2 up and rolling. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you guys in the next one.